Hi, it's Ren. Welcome to A Ren's Tale. Today we're looking at the Coastal Curiosities Oracle deck by Lennox Rees. Let's dive in. This deck came with a few extra goodies. We have a postcard size print of one of the cards in the deck that has been signed by Lennox herself. There is a sticker of one of the cards. And there is a calling card with the artist's name and her website, which I will leave a link to down below in case you're interested in purchasing this deck. The deck comes in a hardcover 2-part box. Let's take a look at the outside. In the back of the box says, Coastal Curiosities. Wander through all 54 linen cards filled with delightful miniature worlds of many eccentric keepsakes inspired by the Pacific Northwest. Discover flora and fauna and interpret earthy messages in the guidebook for inspiration and self-reflection. Guide your intuition for creative care, growth, and focus as you unlock all your possibilities from the woods to the ocean. This is the second edition of the deck. And just removing the cover this way so you can see more of the artwork on the box. It's just too beautiful not to show you. There is a guidebook. Oops. And this deck was dedicated to her pit bull, Sasha. We do have a table of contents. We have an introduction about the cards, the artwork, anatomy of a card, reading the cards, sample questions, coastal spreads, and then all the cards are listed. I'll read to you about the artwork. The collages feature endless symbolism and purpose in each image, shape, and texture. The juxtaposition of antique imagery, vintage patterns, and modern combinations balance old and new aesthetics to provide fresh perspectives. Feel interpretations of every object and allow the colors, shapes, and patterns to guide you. While specific species in the artwork may not be exactly Pacific Northwest region accurate, the focus is on the overall vision of these pieces to meld amongst your own experiences. Each card is like a diorama created from deeply rooted memories of living in the Pacific Northwest for most of my life. There are living things and objects that exist in a world of curiosity. The plants and wildlife mingle amongst the land, weather and everyday items. It is like a hazy dream requiring you to form juxtaposed connections and intuition to understand the dreamlike scene and meaning of each image and symbol. Stretch your imagination and push your creativity when reading these cards. The messages dive deep with mindful consideration. View the keyword as the title of an art piece. The concepts bury within the artwork and beg to jump to the surface. This deck is meant to be like a supportive hug with a powerful and thoughtful message to take a clear look within. There are 4 sets of shapes tucked throughout the cards in the artwork. The graphic shapes add a modernized visual interest to each collage and represent more complex meanings. Translate these shapes how they work best for your readings. And then the shapes are circles, which are infinite, life cycle, wholeness, diamonds, which are joy, creativity, innocence, droplets, which are love, honesty, and emotions, and flowers, which are beauty, happiness, and passion. Then she goes on, the anatomy of a card. So you have the main image or focus of the composition, and then 2 is the pattern background similar to a wallpaper. 3, shapes are referred to as suits. 4, extra objects and background imagery. And 5, keyword, like a title of a piece of art. And then she explains how to read the cards, sample questions, and then she gives you some coastal spreads. There's the mile marker, the cloud, the journey, the river, the mountain, and then she gives you little miniature versions of the cards. And then we go into each card. The guidebook is beautifully illustrated. There are 2 pages per card. Full color. And within the guidebook, she explains the card, but then she also, on the 2nd page, explains the imagery that she used and why it was used. Let's look at the cards. This is the inside of the box. Put this aside. These are the backs of the cards. And let's flip through these. You can see, as she was talking about, you have the shapes, the main image, the pattern, and then the extra images. So here we have adapt. Admire. Advantage. Awaken. Balance. Beauty. These collages are beautiful. Break. We'll draw a few cards once we flip through these so you can see more of the guidebook and see what each of these images represent. Change, compassion, connect, cycle, depth, develop, discover, distraction, encounter, endurance, establish, flourish, forage, gather, gradual, grand, hidden, impulse, inspire, lively, loyalty, mature, memory, mend, nurture, observe, ordinary, passive, protection, pursue, repair, retreat, reward, roam, robust, rooted, scout, sharp, stillness, submerge, support, tender, timid, unearth, whisper, and withdraw. Oh, there's still one more. And wonder. Let's shuffle these and we'll draw a few cards and we will read from the guidebook. The linen finish on these makes them super easy to shuffle. They have a bicycle playing card right here, and they feel actually identical. For a size comparison, here is your standard plaid back Rider-Waite-Smith tarot card, and Coastal Curiosities Oracle is just a hair wider and longer, so it is standard tarot size. Do another riffle shuffle. One more, since that wasn't very good. And we drew cycle. So look at the guidebook. Okay, so the card is cycle, and if we go back to what she was saying in the beginning, there was circles here. So circles were, let's see, infinite, life cycle, and wholeness. So let's read about this card. Trying not to have my fingers in the way so you can see everything. Life will flow amongst the ticking of time within, around, through, and above. Energy is created amongst other lives being lived. While those are living, there are also those moving into subsequent phases of eternity. The rapid succession of growth bears witness to many ways to reinvent and succeed. Finding respect for yourself and evolving with each tide will ripple effect with what you venture into the next. Ride the waves and honor those who trekked the journey of time side by side with you. The trout makes its fantastical venture upstream, intaking cold water and food. As the cycle of water flows, unlikely acquaintances appear in the form of jellyfish on an unusual journey. As the path progresses, bumblebees join in and take help from the deep pink camellias and peonies offering pollen. So we have the jellyfish, the flowers, and here are the bees. And of course, the trout. Let's look at another card. We have repair. Our keywords are authenticity, immerse, and trust. Let me try to open this book just a little bit more. What do you keep locked up inside? A thin light illuminates the memory and emotion within the solid borders, and time radiates heartfully. Unlocking what lies in the darkness will allow ample freshness to sweep in and sweeten up the ache. The longer the ticking clock arms circle around, the more complex the protection thickens. Aid the issue to release the heaviness. A lightness will overcome and uplift the mental weight so healing processes can begin. Treat yourself with ease to recover and own what you let go of. The locked luggage trunk needing repair holds a bulky position when approached. A found trunk key rests above, ready to be inserted to bring light into the unknown depths as the pocket watch ticks on. Even in the darkest areas, red roses and strawberries find enough sustenance to thrive. There is so much meaning and symbolism packed within these cards. They're beautifully done, beautiful collages. This is a very thoughtful deck. It's not one that I would use for a quick draw. It's definitely one I would use to journal with and take my time and just have some really thought-provoking questions answered. Let's look at some of these spreads that she had in the beginning. Let's look at the journey spread. So you have north, south, east, and west. And see, north was, what opportunities will the road ahead present? East is, how can I maneuver any upcoming detours? South is, which past routes will provide life lessons? And what does the journey mean to my story is for the west. Whoops. Let's look at the cloud. We have fluffy 1, 2, and 3. What have I been daydreaming of? What can I do to make it happen? How will this new focus serve me? For the mountain, we have 3 cards for the base, 2 cards for the bowl, and 1 card for the peak. So base number 1, how can a new perspective guide my decision? Base 2, what actions need additional observation? Base 3, how can emotional efforts continue to lead me? Bowl 4, which direction takes me further ahead? Bowl 5, where can I find additional power to push me? And the peak, how can I celebrate my achievements? This is definitely a deep, thought-provoking oracle deck. Definitely one to spend time with. I love this guidebook, and I love that she added what all the symbolism was on the card and why it's there. This is a beautiful deck. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And if you enjoyed this video, I ask that you please give me a like and subscribe because it helps my channel grow. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.